Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we are playing an Ogre Kingdoms campaign with Skrag The Slaughterer, but we aren't playing by the game's rules. No, we aren't. No, I'm actually just going to wipe out all of the Empire, and that's my mission. We're just going to wipe out the Empire. Why? Because there are no Halflings, and we're hungry, okay? We're going to just smash our way through the Empire until the Halflings show up, alright? Because they used to feed us, and they don't exist in this game, so I'm going to take it out on the Empire, because there's no moot. Alright, so whether they survive or not is a moot point, one might say. So, that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be ignoring the main story, though we may use the rifts to, like, teleport around, whatever gets us our meal, basically. So it should be a fun little experience. If you guys are interested in, like, the main story, sort of seeing that come to fruition, then, yeah, I've got 2 other campaigns on the go on the channel right now. Just watch one of those, because we're following the main story in them. So there you go. This will be our own little adventure, and the other 2 will be us playing bull, basically. So, Ogre Kingdoms. Ogre Kingdoms are a race of large humanoids, tough, vicious, and always hungry, semi-nomadic in nature. Wandering ogre tribes can be found wrecking their way across the known world, yet no matter how far away they may be, all ogres consider the scattered tribal kingdoms that dominate the slopes and river valleys of the mountains of Morn to be their rightful hard-earned homeland. They fight as thugs, bandits, and mercenaries, picking on the strong and the weak alike, battling mighty foes and powerful kingdoms thousands of leagues away, which is what we'll be doing. They do this for the alluring promise of gold, plunder, and most importantly, meat. For their endless destruction and looting serves only to appease their gluttonous appetites and their ever-hungry god, the Great MAW. So, camps. Deploy camps to create forward base, constructing buildings and recruiting units from them. Meat, each army is sustained by meat, and contracts. We'll be issued contracts. We're going to get into all of that once we get into the campaign proper. So, we are going to be playing as Skrag the Slaughterer, because he starts in the Empire, so he starts closest to where the Halflings should be. So, Skrag the Slaughterer is a legendary prophet of the Great MAW, revered by many who see him as the living embodiment of their god. Dragging his massive meat pot behind him, Skrag seeks out the brutal thrill of battle, hacking and ripping at his enemies in a glorious blood-fueled dedication to the Great MAW. So campaign movement range plus 10% for all characters. I mean, that's just an amazing bonus for any faction, to be able to outrun anyone else. So, yeah, if someone's trying to get away from us, we're going to catch them, and we're going to put them in our pot. We're going to boil them up. It's going to be lovely. Tasty enemies. Also, hero capacity +1 for butchers. Butchers are the spellcasters of the Law of the Great MAW, so we're going to be having a few of those. And hero recruit rank goes up by 2 for them as well. Also, the Lord effects. Casualty replenishment rate +8% for Gorgers units. Gorgers are, they've gone completely insane, given into their hunger, and they sort of live in caves and just eat whatever. They're pretty gross, and they really seem to like Skrag for some reason, probably because of him being the prophet of the Great MAW. They kind of see that in him and follow him. But they're really cool units, so it'll be really fun just spamming them, because we're going to get them for half price. There's going to be 50% upkeep reduction for Gorgers, so we're going to be getting a lot of Gorgers. It's going to be fun. And we play on hard, because I've got to play on something, and that's what we're playing it on. So, let's get to it. And so, for the sake of introducing the faction to the main story, because I know you guys like the cutscenes, because I certainly like the cutscenes, I will show the introduction and read this bit out as well, just so you have the context for when you'll be doing your own campaign, where maybe you'll actually be following the narrative. So, yeah, pretend that this is irrelevant. Well, it is irrelevant, but I know you want to see it anyway. So, the Ogre Kingdoms, a group of greedy, brutish tribes that fight with each other over riches and meat, are found in the east across the mountains of Morn. Oftentimes, their violence spills out beyond the mountains, and so the ogres roam far, occasionally even welcomed as mercenaries. Skrag, the prophet of the Great MAW, is such a wanderer, and that is why he makes such an ideal candidate for this quest. I trek across the Chaos Wastes, avoiding the slave patrols of the Darklands, and at last to reach the Ogre Kingdoms. I fear I will not have long to make my case before the audience gets hungry.
The ogres feast to honor Greasus the Over-Tyrant. Their appetites are ferocious. I must be wary.
Time's up, wizard.
No!
Put him in the stew.
Wait! Untold power can be harnessed from a dying god.
Power? Ogres take what they want. What more power do we need? Oil the pot! Fresh meat!
Please wait! The god is up there! You can't devour it!
Quiet! A bear, you say?
Sounds tasty.
Shut up! And you meat god flesh.
Enough for you, your warriors, and your god, the Great MAW.
I can smell it now. Roast god ribs.
A feast like no other.
You're no meat eater. What's in it for you?
My book reveals a path to his deathbed. I will show you the way for one drop of Ursun's divine blood.
One drop. But ogres get the rest.
That is the deal. Our goal is to claim Ursun. The ogres will eat their weight in god flesh and throw the leftovers into the Great MAW.
So, obviously, this is such a typical ogre thing. There's a god, you can eat him, job done, right? Really straightforward. But I've got to say, just seeing them all up close like that, ogres freak me out. They are horrible creatures, because they sort of fit into this uncanny valley thing. All of the other monsters, all of like Nurgles, demons and things, all these things that are really disgusting, just don't come near what ogres look like, because you get that uncanny valley thing. They look like people, but wrong, and it's the horrible teeth. It's just horrible. I hate it. But it should be fun because we're wielding them, so we'll just terrify everyone else. It'll work out.
Oh, Great Maw. What should I do with this piece of gristle? Does it go in the pot? No. I say, first we listen to him, then we can eat him.
If you need meat for your pot, then we should start with the Dwarfs, Great Prophet. The Karaks will be tough to crack, but the taste is surely worth it. Further along the pass lie ruins. The Tome of Fates tells me that Skaven hide within. There isn't much flesh on the vermin, so you must slay plenty to fill the cauldron. And where the Grey Mountains end is the true treasure. Marienburg, a city rich in gold and supple flesh. Beyond lies the Empire. So much blood for your pot. Enough to summon the rifts and hunt for god meat in the realms of chaos. Of course, it is possible to bypass the dwarfs and head straight for the heart of the Empire, which is ripe for plunder. But perhaps that's a riskier strategy. Listen to your gut, Great One. Let its rumble guide you, and together we will seek Ursun and finally sate the Great MAW.
Alright, good stuff. So, here is Skrag the Slaughterer. We have a bunch of mechanics, which we don't need to worry about right now, because I'm more interested in defeating this army. So, guided by the Great MAW, you have travelled far from the Ogre Kingdoms and into the Great Mountains. The trouble is, it's full of dwarfs. One of the throng's approaches. See them off. So, of course, we're going to go through the mountains anyway. I did say we're going to be defeating the Empire, but we need to get a base, and we're most at home in the mountains, so the mountains are going to be the place we're first going to try and find food. So that's what we're going to do. Hey there, buddy. Hey, Higgenbor, Granite Hand. I'm sorry it had to come to this. Alright, so, awesome to see Empire maps actually looking modern. You know, they're up to par with the other maps now. Just land battle map in the Empire. This is brand new, and it's so much better than the old stuff from Warhammer 1 that was still being used in Warhammer 2. Just look at those, just little dots of forest, some impassable terrain, you know, hills, but it's not all just one-sided, you know, they can pitch up on various slopes, and it's just way more varied and interesting, which is absolutely amazing. And of course, there's an ogre army in it, which we'll have a look at. So, we have ogre bulls. Sheer brute strength, unending hunger, and barely enough wit to know fear. Nothing matters more to an ogre bull than his next meal. Too right. So they hit really hard, and they're monstrous infantry, pretty straightforward. They cause fear, because, I mean, why wouldn't they? They have Ogre Charge as well, so it actually ignores charge defense, or at least half of charge defense, which is really nice. So they still get some of their charge bonus. Applying Noblars, they're basically a sort of offshoot race of goblins. Much bigger ears and noses, very fun. Very fun indeed. So vicious enough to be useful, but dim enough to be obedient. Noblars are commonly used as slaves, cannon fodder, ammunition, or appetizers. They're also quite handy. Things like the sort of scrap launcher and things they make, similar to other goblins. They like to tinker, you know? So that's a lot of fun. Also we have Ogre Bulls with dual weapons. So these are the anti-infantry variant of Ogre Bulls. So no Ogre truly needs weapons to pulverize his foes, for his immense fists suffice, but all Ogres crave trophies. We also have the Gorges, that are the unit I was telling you about. We're going to be focusing on these guys. They are absolutely grotesque, absolutely horrible. Wouldn't want to mess with them. You should see them running into combat. Well, you will see them running into combat. They're just, they just bound in. It's horrifying. So, outcast ogre whelps become ravenous, sinewy, cannibalistic horrors, bereft of all reason. Luckily, they do listen to Skrag, so thank God for that. So we start with 3 units of them, which is amazing. We have Noblar Trappers. These are really useful. So these guys have a missile attack. It's not the best in the world, but there are a lot of them, with 160 of them. But mostly they have this Noblar Traps ability. This can only happen once, and it happens automatically. But whenever enemies get close to them, it'll lower their speed, charge speed, and charge bonus, and do a bit of damage. So these guys are really good on the defense when you have a bunch of ogres, because they also have Vanguard deployment and Stalk, so you can get them anywhere you need them. But what happens is you have a bunch of ogres, the enemy don't see the Noblar Trappers, and they try and bowl into the ogres with a nice charge bonus. Ogres tend to have quite low armor, and then they end up having their charge ruined by the Noblar Trappers, and the ogres can countercharge easily. So it gives them not just some chaff to sort of take the hits for the ogres, but it also means that the hits are just much worse, so the ogres can really capitalize. I really like Trappers. I think they're a really interesting unit that really synergize brilliantly, so I love them. Also, we have these Saber Tusk packs. So, hunting beasts made entirely of coiled muscle and bereft of all fear. They are really horrible units. They hit like absolute trucks. Very, very powerful, but they do rampage. So you can end up having them become kind of useless if they get caught on a unit that you don't really want them to be fighting. Because they'll just rampage and they won't listen to orders anymore, which is a bit of a problem. And then, of course, we have Skrag the Slaughterer. Unbreakable, brutal beyond measure, and barely sane. Skrag heeds only the voice of the great MAW. Sure he does. Sure thing. So, yep, anti-armor and bonus versus infantry. He's also got some spells as well, which we'll get into as we start unlocking them. So, let's get you guys off to one side. Let's get our hounds over to another. Oh, you can't Vanguard. Silly me. And also, you're not selected. That would also help. Cool. Let's charge you lot in. And so you'll notice, Gorges can Vanguard, and they stalk. So the Dwarfs cannot see them. Cannot currently see them. Which is very impressive. Really, really powerful thing to have. Alright, we're actually going to speed these guys up, charging. Oh, I missed you. Sorry, mate. Yeah, you can run in. Alright, so we did get a little bit spotted there. I say a little bit spotted. You're either spotted or you're not. But we did get spotted. You know what? You can all go behind. Oh, here we are. Getting some work done. But God, look at these guys. Such exaggerated movements, they're really fun, and a dwarf just got thrown like 30 feet then. That's really good. Such a joy. Ogres are really fun. They really are. And so we have a bunch of spells, so we can lower leadership by 16, so we're immediately going to break these guys. And then Bull Gorger is a big melee attack bonus, so we're going to give that to these Gorgers that are about to recharge here. So now melee attack is up to 76. They got that 46 charge bonus as well. They're going to swing and hit pretty damn hard. But yeah, they're a lot of fun, ogres. They tend to get bogged down a lot, and they tend to get caught up on each other a hell of a lot, so you have to be incredibly careful about your initial engagement, because you will not be able to course correct easily. They will just get so stuck on each other that all sense of, like, I don't know, any sense of, like, distinct units, you know, sort of distinctness that each individual unit has. No, it's just a blob. It's just a blob of ogres now. They're all going to be tangled in together, and That's that. So as long as the initial engagement is good, and you've got people, you know, where you want them initially, then you should be fine. But yeah, they don't half get tangled on each other. It's all fun though. This guy's doing well to stay in the fight this long. And somehow not getting hit. It's just because he's getting knocked over so often, because that is entirely possible. He is in there, by the way. There he is. He is in there. Go on, Skrag. There you go. Good swing. Did you hit him? Not really. So he lowered his leadership by 16, but I'm not sure that's even enough. Come on. Fear should do the rest, right? Come on, mate. Yeah, he's just not having it. The rest of the army's gone. Come on. Okay, they're not gone. Go handle these dwarfs. Oh, and look at that. The trap sprung. So these guys have their speed sundered, so they only have 15 speed now. Let's run away from them. Isn't that fun? You can charge these guys in. Speed hits. It also does some additional damage. And you can see this damage hitting them. And then here come the ogres. That attacked just the stragglers rather than the whole unit. But that's fine. That's okay. Amazing. Alright, so let's see if we can't get his leadership low enough again. We'll try. There we go. Looks like we got him now. See, so being able to sunder leadership is brilliant. I really love that as a spell, especially like an early spell. Especially with the description is amazing. The spellcaster chomps through a severed skull, gobbling up the brain and projecting the decapitated victim's worst nightmares into enemies' minds, sapping their will to fight on. And again, you didn't break. Are you kidding me here? That guy's very stubborn. I think it's because all our units are getting in each other's way. We probably shouldn't have all of them in here. We'll try and get them out. We'll try. We'll try and get some out. Come on. Come on, you can have him. Probably. And of course we've got Bull Gorger as well, devouring the heart of the Bull Rhinox or Mournfang. Raw vitality is projected into the Great Maw, increasing the ferocity of the ogre's attacks. Come on, Skrag. You've got swords for hands. You got cleavers for arms. Just swing them. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. We'll have him one day. I'm amazed he's still in the fight. Genuinely. Everything else is shattered. This is the most stubborn dwarf I've ever encountered. There we go. That'll be it, right? There we go. That was just army losses. But anyway, we got him. Cheeky little sod. Okay, we've got glittering scales. That's a good one. I like this as armor. It's good armor. I love anything that sort of sunders enemies' abilities. Well, not abilities, you know, their stats. It's very nice. So, we got some meat, we got some money for the treasury, and we got some experience for Skrag. So we're going to collect more meat, because we're going to need a lot of meat. So, looks like there's meat for the pot, boys. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. So, we did that. What's next? Glittering scales? Yep. Such is the shine upon every scale in this resplendent mail that the foe can't help but be dazzled. And we did kill him. We did kill a man. Yes, we did do that. And we've unlocked a big name. That's right. Big names are a thing, so we'll have a look at that too. Through his recent actions, Skrag the Slaughterer has unlocked the big name Gore Harvester. And send your hero to join the army. I can do that too. I can do that too. And recruit 2 more units. We'll do that in a second. We'll do that in a second. First, let's level up our boy. No, other boy. Yeah, there we go. So I am going to go with... As much as I'd love to get our army fighting better, I want to get a nice offensive spell first. So I'm going to go with Bull Gorger, and then we're going to get Bone Crusher with the next level up. And then big names. So big names, every lord you recruit will have a selection of big names. And I think they're fairly randomized. Though I haven't had so many that I've noticed a pattern, let's say that. I've not noticed a pattern. But each legendary lord has their own, you know, select big names that they can choose from. And you unlock them with various requirements. So end your turn with over 50 meat, win 5 battles, win a battle against an army led by a spellcaster. So we'll hopefully unlock these over time, and then you can have 1 active at a time. So meat generated 2 for the lord's army. So we're going to generate meat passively. Now you might be going, meat, what's that then? How does that impact things? So here you can see we have a meat consumption. So every unit in an army requires 1 meat per turn. And so if you run out of meat, it's like if you're bankrupt, you know? You'll start suffering attrition because you don't have enough meat. Also, you can spend meat on additional abilities. So these are a bunch of really powerful things we can use. They cost 10 meat each, and these are offers to the Great Maw. So yeah, send surplus meat to the Great Maw. Brilliant. I mean, it's got a long way to travel, but, you know, so be it. I just realised that's actually pulsating. I thought this was a still image, but it's not. It's actually... horrible. The Great Maw? Ugh. Horrible. So, Bloody and Raw will give plus 10 melee attack to the whole army. It's a big deal. Campaign movement range plus 20% for the army. Fill your bellies. Global recruit duration -2 to a minimum of 1. For 10 turns, all these last as well. And give me gut magic, which puts up Winds of Magic Power Reserve plus 5. I mean, it's crazy. These are such huge, huge bonuses. But it does really slow down. Well, it kind of limits the amount that you can spend away from your camps, basically. Because you have fewer meat to rely on when you leave camp. So it's very important to sort of maintain that and to ration the meat. I know, rationing meat. The ogres aren't going to ration the meat, but you can try and do what you can to force them to. So, we did that quest, and we can upgrade Gristle Valley. A large cave with a more like entrance within. The ogres establish a semi-permanent village. So, semi-permanent because none of these are going to be like major settlements. Even Karak Zalin, major settlement? Nope. It's just going to be a 4-slot settlement, because ogres don't actually create cities. That's not their thing. It's not their thing. But they do create camps, which we will at some point. Not yet, but soon. So, we can also spend meat here. So, each meat you spend is 2% additional speed, unit mass, and charge bonus. So you can actually buff your guys pretty well with this pre-battle feast, which is very, very cool. The fact that you filled them with meat and they have more mass, that makes a lot of sense. But they even get faster, you know? They even get faster. So, very, very cool. We're not going to spend any, though, because, I mean, look at this. It's kind of pathetic. But I do want to see the settlement, so let's do it. And here we are in Karak Zalin. So, dwarf battlefields, I think, look really good. I really like them. They sort of, certain aspects, like this to me just looks more like a quarry than a city, you know? Certain aspects do, which I think is really cool, but like so many little mines and little cart tracks and things all over the place, and these great monuments. Looks fantastic. I really like it. So yeah, they've done a lot to change up the cities of like the old world, you know, settlements as well. It's not just the new stuff that has had the new treatment of the new style of settlement battle, you know, the minor and major settlements. So yeah, it's all been changed, which is a crazy amount of work. Gotta respect it. Absolutely love it. So, let's line up our Noblars. We're going to charge mostly in one direction, I think. Although, you know what? I'll attack this entrance too. So, generally, what I do, and what I'm doing with all my campaigns, is I am attacking where I land. So, if we get dropped on one side of the map, that's the side of the map we're going to attack from, because that will actually lead to the most variety. It'll lead to a lot more variety than if I just sort of find the best spot to attack from, because that will no doubt be the best spot to attack from every battle, and so it'll get real boring real quick if we just keep going to the default, you know, best spot. So, don't want to do that. You know what? The gorges are going to go in. I've decided. Gorges are running in that way. So, should I send some ogres that way? Yeah, absolutely should. Don't know why I thought I'd send all of the ogres this way. So yeah, gorges and these guys can run this way. Cool. Finish, there are capture points, which we can take, which will dismantle these towers. We can shoot at the towers, but we don't have anything to shoot with, so we're just going to get shot at for now. So taking these points will be a lot more useful to us. You know, a lot more useful than it otherwise normally would. In fact, let's try and get you down there. No, you're going the wrong way. Let's try and sneak you past. Let's see if they do it. Let's see if they do it. Alright, so we're getting stuck in, and let's actually buff our Sabertusk pack. Good. Okay, let's split you guys up. And we do have our Butcher now, Lord of Beasts. And he's got a meat mallet. Fearsome. Love him. So, you know what, let's use Wissen's Wild Form on these ogres. There. Brilliant. Nice damage bonus for them too. So how are you lot doing? Pretty good. You know, we're grinding through them. We're grinding through them. Now you lot try and move back this way, yeah? Come on, guys. You can do it. I mean, maybe. Maybe you can do it. If we're stubborn enough, maybe we can do it. But I want to get them over here, you see. Although it does look like the rest of these guys are starting to buckle. So that's something. So how are you lot doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's push the ogres past. I want to try and get them behind these guys, you see. Because these ones will inevitably break. So let's try and keep pushing these guys past. Ah, good. Alright, you go over there. Alright, we'll win this pretty quickly. We'll win this pretty fast. Okay, so how are you doing? You're doing pretty well. Let's use Bull Gorger on the Saber-Tusk pack again. I'm not sure we even need to necessarily get up behind him. I think we can probably just capture this point and call it a day. So points are captured much quicker by infantry than monstrous infantry. So that's something to consider. Okay, you guys run this way. No, come on. Come on, give me the movement. There we go. Oh, we won anyway. It's army losses. They were never going to last. Oh, there we go. Decisive victory. And there we have it. One more area taken. So we're going to occupy that. And Skrag gets a level up. So we're going to get Bone Crusher, because it's a really fun spell. I really like it. It's just visually really fun, because it's a big fist that punches the enemy. You know? What more can you want? So, what more can we want? More units. That's what we want. So let's get a couple more Ogre Bulls. Or one Ogre Bull and one... Yeah, two Ogre Bulls. Let's go all in with the Ogres. So, we need to do some technology now. We're going to do Camp Huddle, because, well, we have literally no other choice. So we're doing Camp Huddle. And that'll give us some things, which we'll look at when we get it, because there's no point looking at it now. Oh, big name unlocked. We got a new one. Ever Famished. The Skrag. So let's have a look at that one, shall we? And we recruited 2 new units, as they asked, you know. And capture and occupy Karak Zalin. Well, we did do that. I attacked before. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your flow, quest line. So the vaults of the Dwarfen Karaks are famous for their hoarded wealth. Such riches should be ours, and while gold sustains many ogres, the rest can feast on bearded meat. Yummy bearded meat. You know, sometimes I have to send a steak back because it's not got enough hair in it. You know, when I'm at a restaurant, I'm like, there's no hair in my soup. What the hell are you playing at? So break it open and take the good stuff within. Treasury plus 1,000 and Rock Eye, which gives us better forest spotting, which is rather interesting. And look at that, we did it. We got a Rock Eye. Having gouged out one of his eyes and cast it into the Great Moor, an ogre may fit a pebble from the ground around the pit to give himself second sight. That doesn't sound like that should work, but okay. I guess it's the sacrifice to the Great Moor that really does it, rather than the rock. Once you've rid these mountains of dwarfs, you can then establish a powerful base to launch attacks against the human nations. Just think of all that meat. I mean, that's exactly our plan. That's exactly the point of this campaign. Well, you know, how we're playing it. So Treasury 5,000 and Gambler's Armor. All we have to do is take Karak Zalin, which we can reach. So I guess we're going to go get it. Come here, you. Come here. Valiant defeat, high casualties. I disagree. But I am going to buff my boys. So let's get bloody and raw, so we get that extra 10 melee attack. That is going to help us quite a lot, I reckon. Boop. Oh, bloody and raw. Skrag the Slaughterer. We'll say that. Slaughterer has committed their surplus meat to the Great Moor. He and his army will enjoy the blessing. So, you know, as long as we can keep the pace up, then it's all good that we're spending a heck of a lot on, a lot of meat on everything. So we did also unlock Ever Famished, which is actually really good. I'd love to get that, but we're on a cooldown for this other one. So meat provided by camps plus 25% and meat gained from battles plus 10%. The fact that we are just doing battle after battle after battle at the moment, that would be really great. And meat provided by camps, well, we'll see how that'll be useful later. But not yet, because we're not there yet. Let's attack Karak Zalin. And here we are in another dwarf settlement. A brand new one. This is what they can look like now, which I think is really cool. Also, you'll notice it's not really that underground, is it? No, not particularly, but it does mean that the lighting is really good because you can actually see what's going on. And also, over here, there are rivers of lava. So it's entirely possible that this was completely underground, but then, you know, was it the great, oh, what did the dwarfs call it? It's something like the Great Cataclysm. No, I think that's also what they called the polar gates breaking. But anyway, it could be when everything got turned upside down. You know, like in Fresh Prince, that this got sort of uncovered, and they've just been living here since. You know, it's not like they're going to move. Tell a dwarf to move. I mean, seriously, what are you thinking? So there is going to be something a bit bizarre that we're going to end up doing in this battle, which I think you guys are going to enjoy, even though it doesn't make a lot of sense. I did also say we deploy where we lay, but I don't know, I wanted to attack up here. I know, I've gone against it already. I've already gone against the thing I said. I don't know. I did. I can't help it, apparently. So, one thing we're going to do, you guys are all going to charge right in, but you lot are actually going to attack the walls, because ogres can attack walls. I know, crazy, right? Actually, is that a wall? That is a wall worth attacking. We're going to attack that wall. Ain't nothing they can do about it. And you're going to attack the gates, because gates can get taken down by little doggo units very easily for some reason. And now we have Bone Crusher, which we can't use. Oh my god, we can't use it on walls? Really? You know, I didn't actually know that. We can use it on these miners, though. Hopefully these guys won't move. And here we go. Punch. I love it. And look at how it... a really great effect. But it leaves this big, like, chunk missing. So we also have this other ability that we get in battles called Stone Shaker, which destroys buildings and siege vehicles. The buildings it destroys are actually quite varied, because we can use it here, and it'll destroy this tower. Jolly useful, right? How useful is that? We can also use it to destroy things like these barricades. We can't use it to destroy these towers, though, for some reason, which I find very strange. I find that to be a very strange thing. Okay, good, we're in. Let's go get him. You know, I should probably just move in first. Just focus on, like, positioning in here. Alright, you chase them. You know what, you chase them. Screw it. You can run straight into them. It's really just the gorges that I want to make sure spread out properly. Okay, good. You attack that way, you attack that way, and you guys attack that way. And everyone else is kind of, they don't really have to be on the walls anymore. You just go attack them if you can. Good lad. And we're also breaking through these walls, which is something only ogres can do. Oh, and I guess that one, you know, that one unit from Skaven, you know. And gates are still much easier to break through, so honestly, I'm not sure how often we are going to bother attacking walls. It seems a little bit pointless, but I think at times it might be nice if the enemy is, like, I don't know, really trying to guard a gate. You can just attack from a bunch of different places. Like here, there's no gate here. So actually breaking through this might allow some interesting flanking opportunities. So there's potential. It's just it takes quite a while to smash down one of those gates, so it feels a little bit, you know, feels a little bit pointless, honestly. Oh wait, yep, they're gonna run away. Can you not? Can you come back here, please? I wanted to magic punch you. Come, let me magic punch you. Okay, well you guys did great. Okay, let's run back this way, and let's destroy this barricade. The barricade gets built, barricade gets destroyed. It's the circle of life. And, there we go. We're in. Let's smash our way through. And you broke in through there too. Hooray. Not sure it's going to do much for us, but that's okay. And you guys, actually, you're going to go take this over. I can, so I will. Okay, come on. Let's move over this way. So one thing that's very strange is sometimes if you're trying to, like, drag from somewhere and it decides it doesn't like the angle that you're at. It just won't show you the like glyph at all. It doesn't do its like best guess. So siege battles are actually much easier if you play on smaller unit sizes. Which I know sounds like a weird thing to make the game easier, but if you're having trouble in sieges, play on smaller unit sizes. And you should actually find it a lot easier to maneuver. So I know, bizarre, but there's my tip for you. I hope it serves you well. So that barricade's back, so we'll get rid of it again. There we go. So unfortunately, Ogre Bulls, they don't have much armor, and towers are quite persistent in firing, and Ogre Bulls are very big targets, so we are going to suffer from towers quite a lot, especially because we can't destroy them by doing anything except capturing the points. But luckily, we can capture the points, so there is that. So we're going to move everyone over that way. Yeah, they're definitely suffering over here. And we're trying to deal with this guy, but I don't know, he's being a bit stubborn, isn't he? Alright, let's try and get our Saber Tusk packs over here. Okay, come on, get untangled, please. Wait, what? Wait. Hang on. Alright. Oh, he's... No. Oh, he's back. Sword, no. Are you guys just stamping him into the ground? Is that what happens? Are you using that? I feel like they're using that dwarf like a peg. Like a tent peg. That's very funny. I can't even be mad at that. That's hilarious. Alright, let's get you in there. Get you over here, capturing that point. I don't know what's going on with that guy, those dwarf warriors. But yeah, we'll just keep capturing points. Yeah, don't know what he's doing. I guess we can just leave. I'll leave one unit of bulls there, but we're gonna get the other one and start trying to kill things, I suppose. But how absurd. So this will get rid of the towers, which will absolutely help us over here. It'll help us a heck of a lot. Alright, I'll charge this way. That rear charge will certainly help. And what are you trying to build here, huh? Barricade Monument. Check that out. How cool is that? I've never seen this one. It's nice to see there are sort of dwarf themed barricades as well. It's nice. I like that. Puts up armor and leadership. Very cool. So we are capturing that, but we can capture it quicker. The more infantry you have in a zone, the quicker it gets captured. Alright, now let's do a good old-fashioned sky punch. Okay, we'll do a magic sky punch. Oh, you guys are doing fine, kind of. I don't know where their lord is. He's just underground now. He's just underground now. That's where he lives. I mean, he's a dwarf. It makes sense. It makes sense, okay? This is nothing going wrong here. Absolutely nothing wrong. Alright, now let's go over here, maybe? We'll just keep moving. So yeah, we got that covered. Can these guys handle it? Oh my god, this unit couldn't even fight the Quarrelers. Guys. Oh! Rorik's back. Rorik's back. He made it out. He made it out of the underground. Out of the upside down. Good for him. Bless him. Alright, I've almost captured this. Oh, it's going to keep moving in. It's going to keep moving in. So yeah, there's a little buff that it gives as well. So we'll deny those to our enemies. So, alright, you guys are done there. You guys can keep charging. I'm actually going to ignore him completely. We're going to outrun him. Because yeah, they're too hard to kill. Just these dwarves, they keep getting knocked over and they won't die. So I'll just go ahead and capture all the points. Alright, we'll wipe out the rest of his army. I say that. Where did the other infantry go? Oh, there they are. Yeah, okay, let's go kill them. And you guys can move over there. Make sure the infantry keep moving. And oh, looks like army loss is about to hit anyway. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Rorik, tent peg. That's the last we'll see of him. Decisive victory. And there we go, more meat, which is jolly handy. We did spend 10 meat in order to give us the extra melee attack that we used to attack this, so not great that we're running at a deficit like that, but yeah, we've got to use the fun toys, right? More treasury, more experience. And let's occupy this as well. So that gives us an entire province now. So I'm going to go with growth. And we are going to queue up a couple more recruits. So I'm going to go with some Noblars and some more bulls. Now let's see what we got. So we actually have 2 of these buildings. So I'm going to get rid of one of them. Don't need 2 of the same. And we now have the Gambler's Armor, which I think I'll go ahead and give to Skrag. Oh, he does have some pretty good armor already. I'll give it to you then. So give that to you. And do I need anyone to have a rock eye? I don't think we need to take out Skrag's eyes. He's already lost enough limbs. You know, at some point it just feels a bit excessive. You know? So, let's have a look. So Bone Crush is fun. We've got a bunch of other nonsense as well. So his unique stuff is pretty cool. He can summon a unit of Gorges, which is very, very cool. Love that. It will degrade over time, though, like all summons, which is a bit of a pity, but it's still summoning a unit of Gorges, so you can't really complain. Campaign movement range plus 8%, the fact that he already has a bonus to his movement range anyway, and there's that one, and you can spend more meat in the Great Moor to give him an extra 20% movement range. He can really move a long way. He can really book it. We've also got Winds of Magic Power Reserve plus 2 per turn for the Lord's Army, and cooldown minus 15% for spells. The Moor Feasts, which is offered to the Great Moor, costs minus 20%, so only costs 8 instead of 10, very nice. And Cavern Dweller, Skrag knows the dark caverns under the mountains like the back of his bloated, unwashed hand, which gives a better chance of intercepting an army using the underway beast paths or world routes. So he can catch people out, so his dinner cannot escape him as easily, which is brilliant. Right, but I think now we're going to get Root Marcher. Because, you know, we always get Root Marcher. And we're going to get Inspiring Presence and start getting... where is it? Is it this one? No, not that one. Beast in the Mountain? Yes, Beast in the Mountain. Because that will actually put up the stats of our Saber Tusk packs and our Gorges, as well as Stonehorns and Giants, which I also want to have in the army at some point. So, very fun ability that. We may have to upgrade our Noblars as well at some point, because we'll probably have Noblars. Just generally have a few in the army. They're just nice to have something... sort of chaff that can be in the way. It's just a very difficult thing to say, well, that means fewer ogres. It's a tough decision to make. They have a lot of utility, but it's very hard to measure that utility against more ogres. It's a funny one, but I kind of want to keep some Noblars in the army if we can. And if we do replace them with anything, we'll just replace them all with Stonehorns. Okay, that's the limit. So, let's get replenished troops. I want to make sure we can keep moving, because we have to. That's the thing, with this sort of army that has this horrible meat upkeep, we want to make sure we can keep moving. So we want to make sure we don't have to linger in any place where we're just eating and not getting anything done. So that's a problem for now. But it won't be a problem for too much longer. So Ronald, the god of thieves, tricksters and gamblers, has blessed this armour, and those who are willing to take a chance. And we got a Yeti Wrangler. Anyone stupid enough to attempt to cow or even converse with these savage relatives deserves their extra share of the loot or grub. We won a battle. We sure did. We got campaign movement speed as a result, because we can wrangle our boys now. And province has been secured, of course, and we took a mountain, sure did. And we need to capture 2 now, because just some people are never happy. So you control 1 province, but more land must be acquired if you want to fund a successful war machine. Send out your armies to seize more territory from your enemies. Sure will. So, next up, it's Rungni Proudbeard is our next victim. Sadly, we can't quite reach him. And I also can't do another Sacrifice to the Great Moor for another 9 turns. So maybe campaign movement range would have been the one to get, you know? Maybe that's what we should have done. So the Moor Feasts is quite a nice one to have, but again, we don't need that for another 9 turns. We're going to do Blood Gruel. So Blood Gruel will heal our army every single time we cast a spell. So it'll give just a small amount of regeneration for 9 seconds, which is very good, because things like regeneration actually works a lot better on units like, you know, like ogres and things, because the fact that they're sort of big targets and they're quite resilient, you know, they have quite a big health pool generally, it means damage gets spread out quite a lot. But if you're constantly just ticking that up with little bits of regeneration, it makes it even more likely just to average the damage across the board, rather than, you know, 1 or 2 of the models in a unit taking all the damage and dying. So regeneration tends to keep the model counts a lot higher for these sorts of units than sort of, you know, infantry units that will die in a single hit, regardless of that sort of thing. So you can get a lot of a lot of use out of healing them up, which is nice. At least that's been my experience. Kind of a holistic thing. I don't have raw data on that. And I've only got raw meat, I suppose. Which is good enough for me. So, building upgrade available. So we can get some cinnabar. Yeah, let's get some trading goods, because we can trade. Maybe. Maybe we will. Maybe something will be alive long enough to trade with us. We'll see. So cinnabar, also known as blood rock, is a mineral which contains mercury, prized by alchemists and dye makers alike. And let's crack on. And now we have Camp Huddle. So Camp Huddle, I think what we're going to want to do is get a camp over here. So let's huddle. So we're going to get a... Do I want an Over-Tyrant or a Slaughtermaster? So the Over-Tyrants, they're just big ogres. There you go. They're just big, stroppy ogres. They have more armor and they can swing a cudgel better than the other guy. But Slaughtermasters are the spellcasters. You know, they're the butchers. They're the ones who chop up the meat, which makes them very important. So we can get... we can either go Lord of Great Maw or Lord of Beasts. I think if we're going to lead an army, it should be Lord of Great Maw. So we can get Farter, which is a terrible bonus, honestly. 4%. Like, the ones that are ogre-themed are a bit crap right now. There's been a lot of pushback on those in the sort of Content Creator Discord, where we're arguing for better ones, because I think they can do better. Like, Farter here, it should do something like lower enemy melee defense in an area or something, because they're holding their noses. Something different, you know, other than 4% speed. It's such a tiny bonus. But anyway, speaking of bonus, deboners here. So, butchery is an art. This one knows how to extract every last morsel worth eating from a carcass, leaving only bones behind them. So meat gained from battles plus 10% is quite a good one. Quite like that. So yeah, let's get Zok. Also, his name's Zok, which is a great name. So, Camp Huddle. A couple of ogres have a conflab. Having a conflab quickly becomes a huddle as more and more gather around them. So that puts up our camp limit by 1 and population surplus 1 for newly deployed camps, which, I mean, that could just be the default, but it's nice to see it. And we also get Dismember for all of our armies, which is one of the army abilities. There's 3 that we'll unlock throughout the course of this, and these go up as you basically throw fleeing units in the pot, which is pretty grim. So chasing down fleeing enemies is going to be something we'll want to do, because we want to power these abilities. They're very useful. So, recruit 20 new units. I can do that. Just give me a minute. So, wars rage the length and breadth of this land. In such times, only the strong can hope to survive. Build your forces in order to meet the threats that face you. Units cost money to recruit. I'm sure they do. And also to maintain through unit upkeep. Be sure to keep your watch on finances as you grow your forces. We'll get a cannibal totem for it, which sounds quite handy. Extra melee attack and weapon strength. Yeah. I'll take it. Earn 5 big names across all characters. I can do that too. We'll get a Helmet Discord. Brilliant. Love a Helmet Discord. So big names draw the admiration of ogres, the length and breadth of the Mountain of Morn. Even the lesser races recognize the power that tyrants and titles wield. Alright, so Zok, my boy. We're going to leave him there for now, and the next turn we're going to make a camp over here. That's the plan. I'm going to make it over here, so that way this stretch is covered, and also some territory up here as well in Middenland. So it will also really upset Carl, which I'm kind of hoping for, because he's going to be the first one I'm going to ask about these halflings, because if anyone's going to know where the halflings are, right, where all our halfling chefs are, it would be the Emperor of the Empire, right? He should know. They're his subjects. He should know. So, Forgan, my boy, let's get you... I guess just Wissen's wild form. We'll go that way for now. So they also get some interesting, unique stuff, like Feast Master, which gives regeneration. And also replenishment rate goes way up, which is very, very good. Degreasy Prophet is cooldown, goes down for spells, and Cleanse Corruption is better, which is nice. Emissary, Steel Technology is better, and Heroes Army Leadership goes up by 2, which is, whatever. I never really use agents for stealing tech or anything. I just don't tend to. Hinder Replenishment is more powerful. It enables poison attacks, or Slaughterer, which allows a much higher chance of wounding targets, but it's available at rank 20. These ones, all rank 20, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. But what I like is these are basically the big names for your heroes. You know? These are the big names for your heroes, because they don't have a big names tab. So that's basically what you're doing with those, which I quite like. I think that's nice. You know, you're not having to manage just a bunch of random other UI. You can just sort of pick what they specialize in, and they stick with it, because you know, they're sort of a lesser unit. So I think it makes a lot of sense. So anyway, Rungni Proudbeard. Not going to be that proud in a minute, mate. In fact, I don't think we even need to fight this one. We've already defeated the faction leader, and you know we've taken their capital. I think we can just continue on. So Rungni Proudbeard is dead, and so is Karak Zalin. Karak Zalin have been obliterated, tenderized actually. There's nothing left apart from the echoing laughter of thirsting gods and bone scraps. So, Skrag The Slaughterer, another level up for you. Let's get Inspiring Presence, and then we'll start getting Beasts of the Mountains upgraded. Brilliant. Oh, also, one thing to point out, although this will just be old hat very quickly, but you actually get unit experience gain as well as a character or a leadership effect bonus for Inspiring Presence now, which is kind of nice. I like that. I think just having some passive means for your characters, you know, your units to sort of improve over time, I think is nice. It means that if you are having to sort of turtle, you're not sort of punished by not being able to get a bunch of experience. So I like it. So I could get an animal store, but I think I might actually want to get a muck trench on this first. I want the extra garrison. So with that many full bellies, the ogres quickly learnt to weaponize their dung. Wonderful. Creating trenches that could prove fatal if a trespasser fell in. Lovely. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, Zok. No, we just recruited him. Never mind. Next technology. So Ogre Bull units, we can give additional melee attack. I mean, the extra growth here is very, very nice for camps. But replenishment rate is a big deal. And that's camp growth generally. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff here, guys. A lot of good stuff. You know what? We're going to head for this one. Okay, because I want the casualty replenishment rate. And having the Ogre Bulls do a bit more damage is going to be incredibly useful. Better bribes for diplomatic relations with Ogre Kingdoms. Irrelevant. For Skrag, we're never going to see them. We're never going to see any other Ogre Kingdoms. They're just too far away. They're all too far away. So, Gristle Valley. Let's upgrade this so we can get Ogre Bulls with dual weapons or Iron Fists. So, Iron Fists have got much better defensive stats, whereas Ogre Bulls have much better anti-infantry killing stats. So, both quite handy. But they do kind of make the standard Ogre Bulls irrelevant. So, you know, we probably won't see many more of these once we can recruit more. So, let's get our final 2 units for this army. It looks like it's going to be Noblars, because we don't actually have any Ogre recruiting buildings up in that area yet. So, let's move on. Okay, I realise I didn't actually click to upgrade that. It's just we're not going to be using it for a while. It's not urgent. So I'm going to move up here. Okay, I don't want to move up here. I just want to be in a nook. I like the idea of being in a nook. They're both a bit of a nook, though. Let's go here. You know what? Change my mind. We're going here. So, we're going here to deploy a camp. Boop. We have a camp now. We have a camp. And so what's in the camp? Well, we have a camp building. We have an ogre shelter. A recently dug pit with a few rudimentary shelters surrounding it, yet to be fully consecrated with meat. The most basic of ogre camps. So upkeep minus 60%. Income from all non-camp buildings goes up by 4%, faction-wide. So, more camps we have in our empire, the better. Lovely. And that will only increase as we level this up, which is very, very good. Love that. And we also have the same buildings as we had in the other place, but we do have many, many more options, because this is essentially our provincial capitals. They are replacing those major settlements. So these have all the best stuff in them. Let us get all the best units and all the best upgrades, including additional things like meat generation for ogres in the circle. Now you'll notice this guy, if we look, there is no meat upkeep right now because he is within the area of influence of the camp. And so, if we have the camp able to give people more meat, then it means people can come to the camp to restock, but they have to be within this circle. Quite a big circle, but they have to be within that circle to get the benefits of it. So you have to bear that in mind. So we are going to get the meat generation one, I think. Or I could go growth straight away. I'm going to go growth straight away with that 1 surplus that it gives us. But also, what ogre camps can do is they can recruit units. You'll see, because we set up this camp, it already has a bunch of ogres in it. So we won't have many options, honestly, for recruitment, but we got something. So we're going to get some more ogre bulls. Because at some point, ogre camps, they actually raid the territory they're in, which means that we are already really upsetting the Emperor here. So he's going to get really mad at us quite quickly and try and attack us. So we need to make sure we've got plenty of units in this army. We really do. Also, I might send Zok back over here next turn, and he can start recruiting too. We're going to be absolutely skinned. But once we recruit stuff here, we can ship it back to Isleheart Camp, and we'll get that big upkeep reduction. So, you know, we'll figure it out. Also, we are taking more territory as we go, so we'll make it work. So Zok has deployed a camp. He sure has. And next up, we can't quite reach Castle Drakenfels. You know what? Next time I do this campaign, I'm going to go with the campaign movement speed sacrifice instead of the melee attack, I've decided. I think it's better. Also, let's see. Can I... I can indeed declare war on you. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And then I'm going to move to... I guess I can't really move anywhere here, but ambush success rate is already quite good. So let's just do this on the off chance that they run into us, because that would be very funny. Moving on. Well, they didn't, which is a pity, but that's okay. Off we go. So, oh no, there are Skaven here. Who would have guessed? So, we're going to fight it. Come here, you. Okay, so here we are in a lovely Skaven settlement, which is actually a lot better lit than it has been in the past, but unfortunately it's still very, very grey. I still have complaints about these settlements, although the lighting has been fixed a bit. I did. You might have watched previous content I've done on Warhammer 3, and I did moan about the lighting because all these little light sources weren't really lighting much. Now they are, but you can't really tell because the whole map is really well lit. Because of the weather, but, you know, it's an improvement, but I still think it's a bit drab. Not a lot of contrast, so it's hard to see the different routes through it. But anyway, you lot, and, okay, let's see. I guess we will just attack where we lie, because it doesn't really matter. So we're just going to just cram ourselves in through all of these areas. Yeah, that's actually kind of perfect. Alright, good. They've really given us a wide range of options, haven't they? And you lot charging this way. And then group 4 charging over here. Really are just going to attack everything. Oh, hang on. I missed you out. Poor little fella. Everyone go get him. I love that they can't see these gorges. If only they could see them, they'll see that they're gorges. Okay, and you lot. They'll attack over there. So we are taking big damage on our ogre bulls from missile attacks, because, like I said, very low armor, only 30 armor. So just cheap missiles will actually do quite well. Being a cheap, this is cheap. How dare you? How dare you, Skaven? How dare you spawn in a bunch of rats? Okay, and well up here, and yeah, you guys doing okay? Get stuck in. And in fact, can I reach over here? I can. Perfect. I'll try and break these guys and they can push the advantage around the outside. Should be a lot of fun. And you lot, keep charging. Alright, you're all charging them now, I've decided. Brilliant. Okay, you can run off to that side. Yeah, you guys doing amazing. Go kill those night runners though. They need getting knocked down a peg or two. And, yep, things are going very well up here as well. Yeah, ogres, it really is just about pushing that advantage, you know. Just use that mass. Keep on the offensive. And have a whale of a good time. So, keep moving. And I am going to slow these enemies down. This, you'll see, it lowers speed by 60%. So, no dinner's going to outrun me. Okay, you guys gonna go help? You should. Alright, you guys doing okay? Good stuff. Yeah, you guys seem to be doing alright too. Alright, charge over there. Alright. Doing great. Okay. Alright, keep charging. Keep that momentum going. Pretty straightforward as a faction, which I like. I like just being on the offensive like this. There's something really fun about having like a melee rush army. It's just, it's very direct. You know, no mucking around. Just get in there, smash some stuff, cackle maniacally. You know, the usual.
Biggest in the tribe.
You keep moving. So, getting a lot of kills on everybody right now. It's wonderful. A lot of people are focusing on Skrag, though. A lot of folk trying to get Skrag.
Where's me master?
Yeah, I guess you go attack that way. I don't really know where to aim. This works. Yeah, let's punch them down. Our Gorgers are actually taking some damage over here, so we do need to help them out a bit. So let's use Bull Gorger on them, so we can get some additional damage. And you lot, ignore Pus Stitch there. Let's just get a rear charge on this lot. That way, Metastone will be on his own. He'll be a lonely stone. Alright, keep moving, boys. Okay, doing great. I mean, not doing great. You're fighting a bunch of... Oh, it's only Skaven slave spears. That's not so bad. Though you still seem a bit upset about it. And here you'll notice that our Saber-Tusk pack have taken enough damage that they're actually rampaged now. So we just have to leave them to it. Nothing we can do. Just have to hope. We just have to hope they go the distance. Okay, getting some good work done over here. And we don't quite have enough magic to use another Bone Crusher. It costs 10 wins. We're getting close, but we're not quite there. Alright, you keep hitting them. Where's all the spellcast? Oh, he's right there. And I suppose I'll slow them down too. Good. Okay, you keep moving on. That way. You guys can charge in. Don't know why you guys aren't charging in. Did one of you run away or something? Is that what happened? Maybe. Maybe. And yeah, you guys doing well against all of them. Got our Gorgers and Skrag helping deal with these little foes. One of them's about to break, which is brilliant. And you know what? We've got nothing to hit with the Bone Crusher actually. Okay, you're still having a fine old time. So where is the is that the capture zone for that area? Must be. Must be. Okay, let's get you stuck in over here. You guys need to keep pushing, guys. Come on. Come on. None of this dilly-dallying. I don't see any dilly-dallying or shilly-shallying. Neither of those. We're doing well over here, though. Their heroes just got absolutely devastated, and we just took this area over. Perfect. How are you lot doing? Got 210 kills for the Saber-Tusk pack. I mean, I feel like everyone's been getting quite a few kills. Skrag has 222. Apparently Bone Crusher really did crush some bones. It sure did. It sure did. Alright, you run back, because there's no point trying to run over there. You're too tangled up in the rest of these Noblars, which we have a lot. We've got saucepans on their heads. They've got pointed sticks. What more can you want, really? You know? Height of technology. Height of technology. So there we go. Battle over. Close victory. And there we go. Job's a good one. So I'm going to occupy this, obviously. And Clan Morbidus was revealed. And then killed, thoroughly. We did get another big name. Brilliant. I think that's, what, 5 battles? Must be. And we got a Noblar Treasurer. Very handy. This Noblar has shown some ability in managing the tribe's purse. If he can keep his fingers out of it, he may even live out the year. Hooray! What a battle whilst having negative income. Apparently we had negative income, which is, that was news to me, but I'm glad we're getting rewarded for it. Kind of makes me want to spend more money so we can get more treasurers. And we can make that money stretch. So, that's all good. That's a good, our big names. So we also unlocked World Swallower, which puts up diplomatic relations, plus 20 with all factions, and additional campaign movement range. They really just treat us with the campaign movement range with Skrag. It's ridiculous. So, let's go ahead and get... that was it. Feasters of the Mountains. What the monstrous creatures of the mountains lack in guile, they more than make up for it in their stubborn reluctance to die. Yep, extra armor and charge bonus. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Thank you for this gift.
And for our butcher, let's get replenish troops again. And I'm going to get Wild Heart, even though we're not casting any spells yet. I don't feel like that's going to be his job for much of the campaign. Skrag, I like his spells more. I know. I don't know what to tell you. So, let's go ahead and get some more upgrades. Karak Zalin, we're going to upgrade. The Islehart camp. We don't have any more population surplus to spend. That's very unfortunate. But hopefully soon. So, let's go ahead and recruit more units. Now we have 2 building slots. So let's keep building. Let's also send you back over to here. And we're going to spend more money. I know, we're really going to be cutting it fine. We're going to be running on, you know, low funds for sure. We're going to be in the red for much of this campaign. So here, what is nice is Islehart Camp. You can recruit if you're within its area of influence. So if you're in enemy territory, but you're within range of a camp, you'll be able to recruit from the camp, which I really like. It's a really fun thing to sort of put that as like a forward base. If you're moving into new territory, build a camp and then start pillaging around. It's very fun. So, let's go ahead and get, you know what, I'm actually going to do Noblar Trappers. I think that's a unique thing that we can't get over here, so we'll just focus on getting Ogre Bulls from here. And we'll get Noblars from down here. I think that's a better way to do it. So, let's crack on. Okay, we constructed a weapon pile, always good to know. And let's go to Grim Duraz, because we have completely recovered from that last battle already. So, high casualties for attacking this. We're actually going to lose a couple of Noblars, but they're only Noblars, so that doesn't really make me care much, to be perfectly honest. I think we're going to fight it, though. Okay, here we are. Okay, now this is, like, insanely well lit now. I feel like my copy of the game keeps hearing me talk about the lighting, and so it's just putting the gamma up higher and higher and higher until I'm happy. And this almost feels bleached out now. I mean, it's nice that I can see everything now. But, like, come on, game. Just up the green lights or something. This is getting silly. Anyway, let's get the Gorges to one side. We're actually going to sneak them in through one of the doors, I reckon, when we're done. So I don't want to approach until the doors are broken. So you lot are actually going to climb up the walls. And we get a bunch of... You know, I think most of the ogres will actually just sit in reserve for now. I don't want to smash down the walls. I think it's a bit silly to do that. So we're just going to have you lot and you lot attack the gates, okay? And then all our Noblars can climb the walls. And then we'll throw in the rest of the ogres later. So we'll throw the Gorges in this way to cap that point. And these guys can just sort of push in here and split up. And I guess mostly move this way. I think this is where Skrag is going to go. Up around the back of that. I absolutely love this now that I'm seeing it better. Look at this, how this sort of shanty sort of goes up and up and up and up. Right up into here. It's really cool. I like it. Very Skaven-y. Reminds me of Vermintide. Though a lot of these things are just random platforms. I'm not seeing any living space here. You know, like all of this should be living space rather than just more flat surfaces. Like what do the flat surfaces really provide? You know what I mean? But oh well. It's a start. I like it. So how are you lot all doing? You all seem to be doing fine. Can I use Bone Crusher on somebody? These guys definitely seem a little bit confused, so I'm going to crush them with a big fist. Hello there! Nice to meet you. Fist bump. Nice. How many kills is that? 65 already. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. You guys have already taken obscene amounts of damage. Although we do have this, don't we? I'll probably destroy this tower. That didn't destroy that tower. We own it now, though, so I guess that's fine. But that was strange that didn't do it. I guess because I clicked at a weird angle. But, okay. You know, whatever. You do you, game. You do you. Right. You guys need to get stuck in. Ooh, we're taking some damage here. Don't like that. Let's slow everyone down. That'll teach him. Okay. You want to hit him with another one of these? Kind of. Shame you can't use it on the walls. It really is. It'd be the perfect spell for casting on the walls. Really would. So yeah, this is going to get real messy real quick. real quick. Got stop scrabbling and surround my ogres. Okay. Come on. Everyone push through. Come on, you can make it. You can make this dinner over there. Ah, there we go. They heard me. Yeah. Dinner? Yeah, dinner. Go for it, guys. So sadly, the Sabertusk pack have been fighting spears, and they didn't like that much. Okay. You keep on going. Okay, much more like it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, let's keep moving that way. You jump down that way. And, yeah, gorges are in. Should be doing some good work now. Those night runners are going to be a real problem, though. We do need to push through these guys. Come on. Okay, good. That should certainly help. And guess you kill him? I don't know. What a mess this all is. I kind of love it. And I'm going to use this here. Bluey. Hang on, did that actually do something? Did it actually do something? Because I don't think it's supposed to. I used that as a joke. But everything got hurt. That's very confusing. Okay. It didn't destroy the tower, but it did hurt Skaven, so I'm very confused now. Because I was pretty sure the stone shatter wasn't supposed to actually hurt anybody. It was just used for siege equipment. That definitely seemed to hit and do damage. So I'm quite baffled. Alright, let's get... I suppose I can just send these guys over here, actually. Although there are still some night runners that need throttling. Okay, where's next? I mean, it looks like basically everything is just up this slope. No, you keep moving that way. You keep going that way. I guess I'll use this again and we'll test this. Well, it does do a bit of damage. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea. I was sure it didn't do anything. We're all learning something. We're all learning something. This guy used it once on stuff that was in combat. It didn't seem to make a difference, so I've just been assuming that ever since. So yeah, I feel very silly now. Oh well. So he'll be down pretty soon. You guys keep moving that way. You guys keep climbing up this way. You double back, I reckon. And you guys, let's get you over here. So, captured another point. Let's chase them down. And yeah, we'll keep moving forwards. Excellent. And I suppose I'll hit these guys. Might as well, eh? Bam. Excellent. I really do enjoy it. We had 274 kills with Skrag. God, he gets through, eh? I mean, I know it's mostly absolute trash that we're fighting, but it doesn't really matter. It kills a kill. You know? As long as they fit in the pot, I'm happy. Okay, where are you going? I'm pretty sure I told you to go up here. Did you get caught on an enemy unit and just get confused? I feel like maybe they're just confused. Alright, take this one over then. Alright, so plenty of units over here. Alright, Skrag. Oh, he can't climb up on the walls. Aww. Yeah, the main reason, I think, for ogres being able to break walls down is so people can't hide on the walls and refuse to come down. Because it means that, like, otherwise your only recourse are Noblars up there, but Noblars are never going to take anything out. And oh my god, my Noblars. How dare you? He's trying to kill my Noblars. He's trying to kill my Noblars. Okay, let's get you guys killed again. They're going to be so killed. I think they were killed before. Just you wait. They're going to be so killed. Alright, go deal with them. And looks like that's army losses. Brilliant. 318 kills for Skrag. It's a lot of meat. I don't think it'll fill him up, though. I don't think it'll fill him up. Close victory. Okay, we lost a Noblar, but that's okay, because they're completely expendable. So we got Grut Sickle. I've never seen this before. That's cool. Grut the Bloodthirsty's culinary malevolence seems to live on in his rusty sickle, which gives the butcher greater command over the winds, but at a cost of his own health. So it's kind of like the Forbidden Rod, but like way more powerful. Actually, I think it's as powerful. I think this is just the Forbidden Rod. But that's really cool, though. Power recharge rate goes up by 80%, and reserves per second goes up by 0.4 per second. You can use it 3 times. Oh, and there's a range and cooldown. If there's a range, does that mean that... So it's not at the cost of his own health, it's the cost of somebody else's health? That would imply. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Well, we'll definitely have to use that. That sounds like a lot of fun. So, more money, more experience, bit more meat. Not enough, but some. Now, Clan Morbidus. Brilliant. And Skrag the Slaughterer has his final big name, More That Walks. Brilliant. So, let's see. More That Walks. Yeah, that's the Winds of Magic one. And meat provided by camps, minus 50%. So we have to get, like, less meat from a camp, but we're sacrificing more of it to the Maw. Although we are the More That Walk, so we're probably eating it, and instead of it... Yeah, and it's just powering our magic, so it's, you know, all good. So, Grut Sickle, Skrag the Slaughterer has that. We'll be able to use that, see how that goes. And, yeah, there we go. Another province. More money, which means it doesn't matter that we're absolutely skint. And Clan Morbidus has been destroyed. So, let's get... Oh, I don't know. Growth. Let's go growth. And then we'll need to have Skrag run down here to help with this inevitable war. And if there isn't a war, we'll have to make one. We will come up for Marienburg at some point, I'm sure. It would be nice to take out Marienburg. Because, you know, they're delicious. We can make delicious Marienburgers. That's right, this campaign is going to be full of puns like that. So, crap moat. How's the moat? Oh, it's crap. Moats of Ogre and Rhinox crap will surround particularly valuable and established tribal locations. Whole armies of foes have drowned in them before. Oh, goody. Oh, goody, goody. I love it. So, they haven't declared war on us yet. So I'm going to assume that they're still chill. Everything's still good. More trappers, actually. Ugh, do I want to get iron fists or dual weapons? Ooh, both of these are pretty useful. And we will get a discount on them. Yeah, let's go Ogre Bulls with dual weapons. I want the extra infantry killing ability, because I'm pretty sure this will all be spearmen. Or something, you know, swordsman. Just something dirt cheap. So, may as well try and kill them in a hurry. It'll all be infantry. Okay, let's max that out. It's a shame we can't get more gorges yet. I really want more gorges. Really do. Well, let's get another... yeah, while we're here, we'll get another unit of Noblars. And I suppose we should level you up too. So, let's get... Amber Spear is very nice. But we're always going to have a problem with Amber Spear. That all of our units are so big that they will block line of sight to everything all the time. So, utility spells might be the way to go here. Extra speed and melee defense and physical resist. I think that's handy. I think that'll be quite handy, that one. So we're going to go with that. So that's not usually what I do with Lore of Beasts. I love just sort of spamming Flock of Doom and things like that. But nope, we're going to have to be clever here. So I can get income, actually. We can get a lot of income from there. Or we get meat, which I think is more important, probably. Or we can lower income even more, which is jolly handy. So I think I may get that first. We are getting 20 growth per turn, which means we're getting 1 surplus per turn. So we can keep building, like, new buildings each turn we want. So that's not so bad. So that should do it. Alright, moving on. Okay, sharper weapons do more damage, something many ogres learn from watching their butcher at work. Because, yeah, that's the only place you can learn. They don't have they don't do things like educate each other, you know? That would be ridiculous. So, extra 5 melee attack for Ogre Bull units, which is very handy, because we can have a lot of Ogre Bulls running around the course of this campaign, whether it be in garrisons or in our armies or whatever. Greedy Fist, huh? That seems very useful. Interesting. Increase cooldowns plus 50. Oh, to enemies, I guess. Yeah, it's a passive ability on enemies. That's quite cool. Except a passive ability with a duration? And then a cooldown. Oh, so it affects enemies every... So every 15 well, not every 15 seconds. Every minute, there'll be a... This will go off, and for 15 seconds, all enemies will have their abilities increased by 15 seconds. Yeah. Cool. That's pretty good. That's really nice to have. That can really screw people over, you know, in like an initial engagement. Because that won't trigger until you first get into range of the enemy. So you get in range of the enemy, and they're not going to be able to, trigger all of their decent abilities. They're going to help fight you. So as long as you can kill them in 15 seconds, you're laughing. So, Skrag the Slaughterer. Let's have you charge all the way down here. It's going to take 3 turns to get here. We are very low on meat, but it's okay, because we'll get some more in a minute. It's going to be great. So, meat generated, 5. And now, let's hand these over. We are also trespassing as well over here. With Marienburg, so they're probably not going to like that, but that's okay. So good job, Zoc. Good job. And you can run back, and you can recruit more stuff next turn. So, let's get some more Noblars. I would like to get more Ogres, but we do need some Noblars to just help, you know, gum up the works a bit. Alright, so Skrag is on their way, and we are actually making money right now. We are still somehow turning a profit. Moving on. Okay, good stuff. Let's get some more buildings. Let's go with income. 20%. Not 20%. No, I said percent. 200 gold per turn. So, you can move further down. Good stuff. And Zoc. Let's see. Do I need anything from you? Genuinely, do I need anything from you? I mean, there's still a few slots, so yeah, go on then. Let's get some more ogres with dual weapons. Good. So at some point in the Isleheart camp, we will actually build something like, well, we won't build anything, we'll upgrade this. We'll upgrade to a weapon pile, so that way we have access to better things. But first, we need to upgrade the ogre camp, which means not building something for 2 turns, which we will do eventually. Eventually. Just you wait. So, building upgrade available at Karak we can upgrade, and now we are very, very poor. Okay, still somehow making a profit. It's really quite impressive. Why couldn't you move there? Is it just because pop-ups are getting in the way? Probably. Good order should be at the heart of any regime. Haute couture in Grim Duraz. This is a very strange thing to happen to a bunch of ogres, but I dig it. So travelling clothier sets up her stall, offering garments tailored so masterfully that they are like a second skin. All who don her garments become consumed by self-obsession, forever admiring their own reflections and refusing all other duties. Undeterred, countless more queue for the door. I love the idea of a bunch of ogres, like, queuing up for fancy dresses. So there you go. Slanesh corruption is going up in the region. So, not great, but also just hilarious image, so I can't really be mad. Let's go ahead and get... Ooh, got more growth, probably not. Income we could go with. Let's go with income. Let's go with income over here. Brilliant. And here, I think it's about time we declare war on the Empire. Karl Franz is being far too amicable, and he hasn't brought me any halflings. It's obscene. We need halflings. But he's not bringing us any. It's like they don't exist or something. Unbelievable. Alright, I'll send you back home to Gristle Valley, which does have a garrison, so hopefully it won't get taken out itself if we end up under attack. Our income's still going up, even though we're recruiting like crazy. It's very nice having a, you know, a place with upkeep reduction. Very useful. So, the Reichland. Hello, Mr. Franz. I am declaring war on you. Bring me your chefs. Bring me dinner. So Ian Graber here he's going to get it, but he's going to get it next episode because we're done with this one. So guys, if you enjoyed this, comment, like, subscribe, and if you're looking for the more story-focused stuff, you know, the main campaign story, then be sure to go check out the Miao Yin or Zarbina Katerin campaigns that I also have daily videos of on this channel. So go check those out. Playlist linked in the description. Or I'm sure you can find it on my channel somewhere. Like, you're big boys, you can handle it. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good one.